Zeddy Goldsmith, aka the Midnight Rabbi. I already gave some inspiration for the new year, and now I'd like to give you some personal inspiration, and this is going to be a very important part of the Midnight Rabbi Emunah channel series. We're going to open up my heart to you and share that deep part of myself, my journey that I went on, and I think that that will be inspiration for everyone listening, because I did grow up not religious, very secular life, and I did grow up, it was a good life in the secular world, but it was not a spiritual life initially. And I think that's something that, with most of the Jewish people, say 80%, if you can give numbers and figures, which I don't really like to do, but that's what people say, is they're not religious, so they're not spiritually, seemingly signed up, or whatever the word is. But we know that deep down everyone is spiritual, and this idea of secular, Chiloni and Haredi or Frum, Dati, all these different labels is not really the real point of what I'm here for and what you're all listening for, is that we're beyond all those labels, and really by sharing our own story we can bridge all those gaps. That's the point, and that's what I'm going to do. I can tell you so many stories that will take up hours and hours. One of the things I do have is a 10 habits guide, how to be more successful and effective, truly effective people. It's called the 10 habits of truly effective people. And over there, Midnight Rabbi Inspires gives a guideline how to bring our life and our abilities into our life. And that connects into this personal aspect, because over there I did say a lot of my stories and how I'm trying to bridge my secular life to now. They're online, you can Google it, but the main thing is that now we're starting a new series with the Emunah channel, that what I will try and do now is hopefully in a more elevated place, is try and give insight to certain big themes. So I'm not going to do so much right now, but I can just tell you one very, very quick story, which is the most prominent story that comes to mind as I'm speaking, is I performed an album, I made an album, and it was something, a big part of my life was music. I grew up in the music world, which I'll get into in other series and other classes. And this music world I grew up with was a very powerful part of my being, and I wanted to put an album together. And I did, and it was years and years of work, and especially when I transitioned to Eretz Yisrael and a more spiritual lifestyle mindset, I had to rewrite a lot of the songs to be more elevated and where my mind was and heart was. And I called the album Together. Now, when I went to go put that on CD to make it into a live disc, I had to go through different days of recording studio time, and I brought my guitar it was all polished and ready, and I had it was a beautiful tanglewood guitar with the best strings you could get, with the best equipment in terms of all the different aspects of what guitar needs. And it was a beautiful instrument, and I was on my way to go perform this opportunity, this concert, and this recording opportunity. And because I saw it as a concert, because there was going to be half the album was going to be live, and I really needed this guitar to do that. And what happened was, as I was, on my way, the taxi driver was schmoozing me, talking to me, and distracting me. And in the rush of getting in the taxi, someone else there, he made me put the guitar in the boot. Now, when I got out of the taxi at the recording studio, it was a big factory place. I went to go to the boot, and the guy with the door open, and I don't think I even paid him yet. He just drove off with my guitar. And I ran after him. I saw some policemen sitting there having a coffee, like in the movies. And I said, "Follow that cab, follow that car. Go after that." I started screaming at them, and they were just laughing at me, drinking their coffee, not really so interested in my movie style chase. And I was like, oh, no, I can't believe it. It's my first night recording my new album, and I don't have my guitar. What am I going to do? And then kicks in the most important part of our whole speech, is the Emunah. I realized everything's divine providence, everything has a purpose. And I went into the studio and I said, there must be another guitar here. So the person in the studio told me there is not another guitar here. There's not one guitar, even electric, nothing. I said, there has to be. I looked around myself and I found a guitar. I said, whose is this? It's not yours. I said, yeah, but whose is it? Oh, Naftali Albumson, some musician. So I said, I'm going to call him. Can you give me his number? I call him. He says, no problem. He was recording an album called Toda. So I said Toda to him. And I went and recorded my first album with that guitar. And that was how I went ahead with Emunah. We'll get to more stories soon. Enjoy and have a great day.